Good morning, this is Tim McKay. It's about 4:50 my time. I've been up since about 3:30 this morning. Yesterday was a fun day. We've got these storage lockers, some sea cans. We decided we'd finally get rid of them. Like, we empty all the stuff out. We took a bunch of recycling, and so I thought it'd be a lot more sore today, to be honest with you. So most of the time I'm sitting on my fat arse, sitting here and working. So getting up, moving around was kind of a big deal yesterday. However, I'm not that sore, so that's a good thing. So this channel, if the first time you've been here, you're probably here because of one of two things: because you found this video or a series of these ones, or because of my truck parade videos that kind of went semi-viral. That's been one of my biggest draws on this channel. But I haven't been producing more of those ones. We don't have a lot of those parades here anymore, so it's too bad. Anyhow, I'm reading from the Bible today, so if that's not for you, I would encourage you to read it, listen along anyways. We're going to talk a little bit about that. And so I've been reading I've been doing a Bible study through the term, stubbornness, and the concept of stubbornness throughout the Bible, what it says in the Old Testament, New Testament, trying to get through it. And so there's this section here in 2 Chronicles 25:16. So I read it just before I started recording this, but what I want to do is I'm just going to read from verse 14, 15, and 16 because it sets the context a little bit. So again, this is 2 Chronicles 25:14. I'm reading from the English Standard Version of the Bible. After Amaziah came from striking down the Edomites, he brought the gods of the men of Seir and set them up as his gods and worshipped them, making offerings to them. Therefore the Lord was angry with Amaziah and sent him a prophet who said to him, "Why have you sought the gods of a people who did not deliver their own people from your hand?" But as he was speaking, the king said to him, "Have we made you a royal counselor? Stop. Why should you be struck down?" So he's being rebuked by this prophet of God, and he's trying to kill the guy. It's a classic response. One would even say he's kind of a liberal. They like to go after the people with violence. So the prophet stopped, but said, "I know that God has determined to destroy you, because you have not done this and have not listened to my counsel." So, prior to this, I'm taking the assumption that this prophet had spoken to this king, who was given a mission to go and destroy these evil people, and didn't do it. And he brought back a bunch of stuff, the foreign gods, and he worshipped them. So instead of worshiping the God that gave him the victory, they took all the idols and the gods of the defeated ones. So, it's an open defiance, and of course the Lord's going to be angry. So, in the last reading, in the last video was in 2 Kings 5:16, and that was a little bit different because it was more like partial obedience. Like, oh, I'll do it, but no, at the end, there's going to take, this and that. And, I was told to do 100%, but I did 90. The last 10%, I kind of did some stuff for myself. And this is a completely different case. So it's an interesting scenario. So what would I take away from this? I guess the main thing is, if you're going to be in open defiance, stick to your guns. But because I think, what I do, what's coming to my recollection is this phrase where, let your yes be yes and let your no be no, and anything else is of the devil. So at least this king here in this passage, he was like, no, I'm not doing that. I'm not having it. I'm going to do this. I'm having my way. But there are consequences, right? There's going to be a ramification. So, So I'm just noticing the headline here. Then that he suffers defeat next. That's kind of how it goes. You're on the wrong side of God, and you're gonna lose. So that's what I know about that today. Anyways, I think I'll hold this off here. Thanks for watching. Hope that someone can hear this and get some value from that, because I think I am. It's a good reminder. So thanks for listening.